Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with something a little bit different, but at the same time, it's from a familiar company, and that is the brand called MPOW. Now, what these are, they're electronic earmuffs. You might be wondering what those are for, or if you know what these are for, you might be wondering how well they work. Well, that's two things that I'm going to talk about and address in this video. They sent these out to me to review. It's not a sponsored video. I'm not getting compensated for this, and they're not getting to see this before you are. But I was genuinely interested in these when they reached out and asked me if I wanted to review them because I used to use these a lot when I used to be in the military. So, super cool. And before we dive in and take a look at these, I do want to remind you, if this is your first time here and you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button. And if you want to get updates on the latest and greatest, hit the little notification bell so you'll get notifications when I have a new video that comes out. Now, let's go ahead and dive in and look at the MPOW electronic earmuffs. All right, so here we are with the MPOW Electronic Earmuffs. Now, it's important to note this is the model HP123A. There are a lot of different versions of these MPOW headphones that they have on Amazon, so type that in to make sure you get the right one. Now, there's not a whole lot to these. There's not a whole lot in the box, and honestly, I had to do a bunch of the research on the internet just because there wasn't really any information on or in the box regarding what they do or specifically, how well they work. So this has a passive, noise reduction on decibels down to it lowers it by 22 decibels, which is really good, and it's pretty much standard whenever it comes to normal earmuffs like this. But what's really nice is the active listening feature that it has. So if the decibels go up to 94 or exceed that, within like 13 milliseconds, it shuts off the microphones for like a second and a half or so before it picks back up again. So you don't have to worry about getting your ears damaged or your hearing messed up that way. So very little information in here. You've got the auxiliary cord for the headphone jack. You've got the little member benefits and warranty card. Make sure you go ahead and register so you get your free 2-year warranty as opposed to the 1-year manufacturer's warranty. And then, yeah, here we go as far as documentation. So really all there is, it's got the auxiliary cable, which is nice. It's easy to use. All you have to do is plug it in and then plug it into your phone. Hopefully your phone still has a headphone jack, but if it doesn't, you should be able to connect it to any USB-C or micro USB to 3.5 millimeter dongle. Now, the cushiony portion of the earphones is made out of memory foam, so they are comfortable for long-term wear. There's lots of spring tension in there, so it stays nice and secured on your head. They're very adjustable. They fold up in on themselves, which is nice. It's easy to stow them, in the bag, toss them in your backpack or wherever. And then, as you can see, it's very easy to plug the auxiliary cable in for the headphone jack component. So there's the power knob, and it shows the different increasing degrees of strength for the volume as you turn it. And yeah, there's not really a whole lot to it. They're very simple, they're very easy to use, and they work nicely, especially if you want to go out to like the firing range, mowing your yard, whatever. They're very helpful and they're very inexpensive. Like I said, $25.99 I think is a really good price for these, especially coming from MPOW. They make good quality products. I've been very happy with a lot of their earphones, so I was very happy to review these as well. Now, one side of the headphones here is where you take the battery cover off and then you just pop them in there. Now, I just got these cheapy little AAA batteries from the dollar store, but if you're planning on using them, I would really get some Duracell or some Energizers just to make sure that they last for a while. You don't want them dying on you while you're on the range. And typically these low-powered, cheap batteries don't work all that great. But there you go. Got the red LED indicator for when it comes on, and pretty straightforward when it comes to overall usage. All right, so you're probably wondering what these are for and how they work. Now, the great thing about these is that they're not just regular earmuffs. These have a microphone built in. They actually have 2 microphones built in, so you can hear what's going on around you. And that's one of the limitations you have with traditional earmuffs. They're great for lowering noise, but you lose your situational awareness. You can't communicate with other people, or you can't hear what they're saying. And really, you want to have those capabilities. So if you're out mowing the yard, if you're out on the firing line and you want to go get some shots in for the day, or if you're doing anything that works in a loud, like a machinery environment, these are perfect because you can still protect your hearing, which is super important. It lowers the sound by 22 decibels and makes it to where it's more comfortable, it's more pleasant. You don't have to worry about damaging your ears. But in addition to that, with the active noise listening on here, so you're listening, you can hear what's going on around you, but if there's sort of sudden noise, like if you have a gunshot or if you start up the lawnmower, there's something, if the decibels peak out over 94 decibels, it'll shut off the microphones, so you don't have to worry about that noise getting amplified to your ears. So it's a two-piece setup. You get the regular listening mode, and then also has that protective measure as well. Now, they are comfortable, and you can see they fold up. So nice and easy. They're labeled L and R, so you can put them on your ears so you can figure out which one goes where. And then all you have to do is a little knob right here. It'll make a little chime whenever you turn it on. And then you can go ahead and adjust the volume on it. So you can tailor the level of volume that you want for how much you want to hear or how well you want to hear. Runs with the 2 AAA batteries, which I showed in the unboxing portion, but they're nice, they're comfortable. It's made out of the little ear muff things here, have memory foam in them, so they're comfortable for long-term wear. And really, it's great because most people don't want to put in earplugs when they go out and mow the yard if you go to the range, or you don't want to have to put on 2 sets of headphone or earbuds and the headphones, or you don't want to have to worry about all that stuff. So this is a great compromise that gives you the ability to protect your hearing, but also to keep your situational awareness, which is really important when you're in those kind of settings. I mean, if something's going on at the range, you want to be able to know what's going on, or if you need to communicate with your buddy, or if you work with other people and you're mowing the yard or something happens, you really want to be able to know what's going on and to be able to talk to people. So yeah, these work great, and it's something that's not going to break the bank either because they're only $25.99. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the you can plug in the headphone jack. So if you've got a 3.5 millimeter cable, well, it comes with one, but if you want to listen to your music while you're mowing or you're at the range or whatever, it works well. The volume is adequate. The volume is still controlled. You control it with the knob on here. So instead of being in the listening mode where you can hear what's going on around you, it shuts that off and you're just hearing the music or whatever the audio that's being piped into the headphones. So you can turn that up, you can listen. It's not the most crisp in the world. I mean, you can hear in this kind of environment that you're going to be listening to music in, it's great. And you can hear, so that's great. You still get the 22 decibels of noise reduction, so you're not hearing a whole lot of what's going on around you, but you are able to listen to your tunes if that's something that you're interested in. So important, it does cut off the microphone feature, so you're not picking up any of the outside noise. You're only hearing the music that's coming through the headphone jack. So other than that, though, I think they're a solid product, especially for $25.99. Whenever I used to be in the military and we had a pair of these out on the range, they were expensive. I mean, they were not cheap. And this was, this is quite a few years ago now. I retired 2 years ago. But it was great because when we were out on the firing line, there was like 3 or 4 of us. Sometimes we'd have like 30 shooters. And it's really important to be able to communicate up and down the line so you know what's going on and you can, give out commands or all that other good stuff. So if you work in like the firearms profession, law enforcement, or if you work out in the yard a lot, if you do a lot of stuff where there's a lot of noise going on, these are a great product. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. As always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. If you liked the video, like I said in the beginning, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It'd be great to have you back. And the little notification bell for all the latest and greatest. And I'll see you guys next time.